Hello everyone, and welcome to my Resident Evil 2 Claire's second run, hardcore difficulty S plus rank walkthrough. I will be completing this with 3 saves or less, and this gameplay footage will be recorded on the PC. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get started.
Yeah, I'm almost there. You know me, I'll be fine. I'll be back as soon as I find Chris. Why does everyone think I'm gonna get in trouble? What the? Don't shoot!
Get down! Come on!
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. Hopefully they'll have some answers at the police station.
Wait, you're a cop?
Yeah, Leon Kennedy. You are?
Claire. Claire Redfield.
Claire! Claire, you okay?
I'm alright!
Can't stay here, it's not safe!
Go on ahead! I'll meet you at the station! Leon, I'm sure you beat me here.
So for starters, we're going to go grab the bolt cutters, which is around towards the end of this area. It will also be a red herb and a blue herb, and we will take those also. Now the bolt cutter gives us access to 3 areas inside the RPD station, along with the area outside the RPD station.
Hey! Leon?
Claire! Hold on! I'll be right there!
Okay!
Claire! It's so nice to see you.
How are you doing? That helicopter just came out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
I'm in one piece.
I'm guessing you don't have a key in one of those fancy pockets?
Unfortunately, no. But how are you doing?
You know, just surviving.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any luck with your brother?
No, not yet.
Claire, don't lose hope. I'm sure we're gonna find him. Damn it. You know what that means?
Yeah. Dinner time.
Claire, I think you should go.
Don't worry about me, Leon. You take care of yourself.
Claire, you need to go. Now!
Okay, let's get through this. Both of us.
Now we're going to automatically go to the right, and make sure to keep the camera panned down so you don't aggro this zombie right next to you on the left. We're going to go downstairs and use the bolt cutters on this door down here, and we're going to grab the quick draw army gun, the key to open the door where Leon was just at, and we're going to grab the frag grenade. And we're going to put up these herbs, the red and blue ones, and we're going to put up the SLE handgun. We're going to be using the quick draw handgun for the duration of the game until we get to G3, I want to say. No, G3. So we're going to shoot that guy. Don't have to aggro him, just shoot him in the leg. And we're going to throw our frag so we can get rid of these zombies here. And if you have a situation like this, just shoot the guy in the leg and run past him. Shooting zombies in the leg in this game will be one of the best things you can do, because you don't want to waste your ammo on shooting the zombies at all, or trying to kill them. Just shoot them in the leg and get past them. After using the key, we're going to discard it, and we're going to head to the left. And we're going to grab the combat knife, the missing notebook paper that give us a clue for the next puzzle coming up. And we're going to go to the safe room where we're going to drop it. We're going to get past this zombie here. If he's blocking your way, just make sure to shoot him once until he gets an animation where he goes down and you can run past him. Don't try to run past him the majority of the time, because he will grab you and you will take damage from it. So you have to be careful of that. I'm going to grab the grenade launcher rounds and put everything in a safe box outside of the bolt cutters and the handgun, the fuse, and the handgun ammunition. Because you can never have too many things inside of your safe box. And plan was clear. I like to use the submachine gun quite a bit. I like to use it as an ammo drop. I think people don't. I don't know. Understand why people don't use it. It's very good as if you don't want to get rid of none of your ammo in a handgun, a quick draw army gun, or any other gun you use. It's very good for ammo drops, and it will be very useful come the middle to second half of the game. So I'll be showing you why the submachine gun is very important. But we're gonna come into here. I normally board that window up, but since I won't be coming through this area, I'll just go through and grab the valve and the hydrate ammo powder. And we're just gonna loop this area. We're gonna clean this whole area up. So I'm gonna put the fuse in. I'm gonna go back and grab first aid spray, and I am going to grab some more handgun rounds. You won't be able to completely loot this area until you are able to grab a certain roll film and use the clues to come back to this area specifically and open that drawer right there in the right corner so you can get a special item. But we're gonna go in the bathroom and grab the first aid spray, and that's pretty much everything I'll get on hardcore, because hardcore difficulty is very time sensitive and you only have you are limited in the things you can do. So you have to be very aware of your time. And it'll be some things you won't be able to grab in this game on hardcore difficulty at all.
Anybody here?
Bet he's not part of the rescue squad.
We have that little video showing us that Mr. H is boarding the RPD station, and we will be encountering him pretty soon. But we're gonna go through this way. Make sure you walk, because the liquor is in this area. I wish you can deactivate him like you can with Leon, but you can't. So just walk through this way. Once you get down this hallway and get past the third pillar on your right, you can start to run. Once we get to this third pillar, start the run. And we will not be coming back through this hallway, through this area, period. And we're going to use our bolt cutters for the last time on this door straight ahead. And we're going to discard the item and grab the detonator. Now we're going to pick up the detonator. And on this whiteboard on the left for me, there will be a code you can use for a locker later on in the game. The code is CAP, and I'm going to be showing you which locker to use that on. So I like to get rid of this guy early because I don't have my weapons key card. The weapons key card is upstairs, so I try to take these guys out with critical headshots and get rid of them so I can clear this area, because we're going to be coming through this area a good amount of times. So you want to come back here and grab some ammo. It's not enough, but all ammo helps. And we're going to be going up on our first puzzle to get a special customization part for the handgun.
You bastard!
Now that zombie's going to get back up, But once he comes in here with us, we're going to get rid of him. So this safe combination is 9, 15, 7. And inside of this safe, you will get a hip pouch, which gives you more inventory slots. So we're going to come out here. We're going to do our first puzzle of the game. Grab the operations report and Leon's first assignment. So in order to figure this code out, the first one will be NED, N-E-D. And the second lock will be MRG. And if to notice, you have to go around and look at the desk around to find out the match. And each lock is the first letter of the officer's name, who desk it is. That's how you figure out the puzzle. We're gonna go in this locker and grab some more handgun rounds and grab this gunpowder. So we're gonna go in the room across from us and we're going to unlock the lockers. The first code we want to unlock is 106, and that will unlock the roll film that we want to use to expose the statue. And we're going to use 109 to grab the handgun rounds. We're going to be coming back here just to use our weapons key card so we can grab the grenade launcher in the back of the room there. But now I got to make a trip to the safe box. And since we're going to be coming through this area, like I said earlier, we had to get rid of these zombies in this area. It's good enough that I pulled up critical headshots at this point, which is good because I didn't have a grenade launcher at the time. So I'm just baiting this zombie right here to drop down from the top floor all the way down to the ground, like so, and try to get critical headshots on it. And as I said, everything worked out pretty good. So that area in the back is where we use the roll films that we gathered throughout the game. We're only going to be grabbing 2. We're going to be grabbing one for the lion statue, and we're going to be grabbing one for the statue where we grab the weapons key card so we can get the ID badge later in the game so we can grab this submachine gun. There are a total of 4 zombies in this area. Those first 2 are hit with critical shots, and this guy who's about to drop down now. And there's also a guy on the 3rd floor. But we're going to take out these guys. He's essentially done. You shoot him more times on the ground and make sure he's dead, because you don't want him grabbing you once you come back down and have to go make a couple trips in or out of the safe room there. So you always make sure they're dead. We're going to grab the film, we're going to use it and to reveal the location of the statue. And we could have got the key card first, but I like to get the key card and use the statue at the same time because it works beneficial to me, because I have to grab the jewel box upstairs on the 2nd floor where the ID badge is. So everything works out for me. And as you can see, there's the statue. So the statue needs to have a scepter and a book. So our first trip is going to be made on the 2nd floor. We're only going to the 2nd floor to put the valve handle in and grab some grenade launcher rounds. Because the 2nd floor is where Mr. X is. If you go further into the RPD room, you will aggro Mr. X. But we're not going to do that just yet because we have to set everything up. This is also the area where you put in the code CAP. And what's in this locker is grenade launcher rounds. We're going to be grabbing a bit of grenade launcher rounds, and we're going to be saving those for later. Now, this is the jewel box, so we have to use that scepter that we're going to use on the statue and grab the jewel out of it and put it inside this box here so we can grab the ID badge, which gives us access to the submachine gun. So we're just going to go in here and grab the grenade launcher rounds and leave out. We don't want to aggro Mr. X. It's very important. You don't want Mr. X on your tail while you have to do everything else inside the RPD station, like move the shelves in the library and also look for more parts and solve more puzzles. So don't aggro Mr. X. You're going to try to get rid of this guy, or at least incapacitate him for the moment so I can grab the locker behind him. because there's going to be some submachine gun rounds that we're going to need in this locker behind us. And we can't do all that when he's in our way. I don't just like to just grab the key and go, because I can easily do that. All you gotta do is shoot him in the leg and get past him. But I like to get everything while I'm here, while I get the time, before Mr. X gets here. So we're gonna grab the key, and we're gonna open this locker. The code for this locker is DCM. I believe Capcom specifically put this code here to match Devil May Cry, but just switch the letters from DMC to DCM. As a little nod to Devil May Cry, which is also one of Capcom's best games. You want to make sure to shoot this guy because he will be in your way later. So here we are in the library section. We're not going to do that much in here just yet. We're just going to grab the book and we're going to go so we can go grab the weapons key card also. We're going to be using this key up so we can discard the item and make more room inside the inventory. So it's 3 doors that this key is used for. It's this one at the bottom and the one on top of the stairs, and one across from the top of the stairs on the 2nd floor. But it'll be a zombie block on the way. I like to do a critical headshot on her so I can get her out the way, because we have to be coming back through this area later, and specifically this hallway. Thankfully, it only took 3 shots, which is good. So I have more ammo later for G1 once we encounter him. And we're going to go in this room and we're going to open the safe. The combination for this safe is 6211. And in here will be a high capacity mag that we can use for the gun that we grab in the RPD basement or garage. But we're not going to take it just yet. Our goal is to grab the weapons key card and the scepter so we can get the jewel and combine it with the bot so we can grab the ID badge. So we're pretty much killing 2 birds with 1 stone by grabbing a grenade launcher and grabbing a submachine gun. Once we finish this statue puzzle, there will be a licker that drops from above us, but we don't have to worry about him. Once we grab the scepter and we just run out of the room, we don't have to come back to this area, this room specifically, because we got everything we need. I definitely should have got grabbed there, because I didn't expect this guy to be over here, because all the times I played this game on Claire's 2nd run, this guy has never been in this area specifically. Good thing my instincts caught up and I dodged him and got past him. So just be on the lookout for that, because I didn't expect that at all. So now that we got the weapons key card, we're going to grab the grenade launcher. And since we got the grenade launcher rounds and we got extra ones to spare, we're going to be using that to get rid of most of the zombies in the areas that we need to go. Now we're going to go to the library and we're going to clear out the library. It's a total of 3 zombies there. We're going to take out those zombies and we're going to move the shelves and place them in a correct order, so once we come back later, all we have to do is just move it 1 time and then we can leave out of the library for later use in the game. So this guy that was bugging me on the 3rd floor, we're gonna take him out. So we're gonna clear out this whole section, and we're gonna move those shelves. I think this round was a bit of a waste because he had fire damage. Maybe he could have fell down and just died, but I will never know. So I'm gonna move this first shelf to the left and then move those 2 on the far end to the right. So when we come back, we can just move these shelves to the right one more time and it'll be complete. We're gonna grab this box here. When we open it, it will contain another roll film, which gives us the clue to a solution to one of the puzzles, the lion statue puzzle in specific. So we're gonna use that clue in order to solve the puzzle for the lion. And we're gonna use the torn up note paper to solve the rest of the solutions for the medallion puzzles. Well, now I'm just going to go around and collect everything and try to loot everything before I leave the RPD station. Because even though I'm going to come back later, I'm not going to be coming back wasting more time looking for things. So this is the time that you will want to come and grab most of the things, like some of the stuff that I open in the safes, health items, whatever. It doesn't matter. This would be the perfect time to collect everything before you aggro Mr. X. So that's what I'll be doing. We're going to grab the note that contains the solution to the next puzzle. So we pretty much get all the solutions to the puzzles we need. And that's what we're going to be doing once we go to the safe box and drop everything else in there. I'm happy I went in here and got rid of this zombie when I did. Because Marvin did some crazy stuff. As you can see, when Marvin was on the opposite side of the steps, later once I aggro Mr. X, he's going to be in that room. So if I didn't take out the zombie the time I took him out, I would have dealt with Marvin, that zombie, and Mr. X all in one room. And that room is so small. And that would not have been good times. We're going to use this roll film to give us the solution to the lion statue. And as you can see, it is crown, torch, and bird. So that's the solution to get the lion statue medallion. We're not going to be needing a grenade launcher at this point, so we're going to put it away in the inventory box. Only thing we need is the ID badge so we can grab the submachine gun, the handgun, and the spaces in our inventory to grab the 3 medallions. So when going through this door, we're going to go straight down the hall and aggro Mr. X first. And then we're going to head back into the stars room on the left and gather everything in there.
Stay back.
When we do that, Mr. X will come back. He'll go through the way that we just came from. And that leaves the opening for that hallway down the hall. So we can open that door and grab the medallion that's in that statue. as opposed to having dealing with Mr. X and just going the opposite direction. As you can hear, the door opens. Now on the back of the STARS badge, it acts as a USB drive also. So we're going to use that and put that inside a computer and activate the terminal so we can unlock the gate and grab the submachine gun back here. Back here will also be a note from Chris to his fellow STARS members. And a note from Leon to Claire.
This does not sound like Chris.
So we gathered everything inside the RPD STARS room. And we forgot something, the ID badge. I'm gonna go back in the star rooms and grab it because I like to use the silencer attachment also that we get in the basement. You don't have to grab it. As long as you get the submachine gun, you should be good. But I like to grab it and put the attachments on it. And we're gonna go right through this door and be right here by the unicorn statue. And the solution to this puzzle would be children, scale, and worm. And on the scrap of paper that we found earlier on, that gives you the solution to the puzzle. And as you can see, the children, and you can see the scale. Now you got to use the notebook paper to find out that it's a worm, but you can go trial and error also and find out that it's the worm, which is the easiest path to me. So we have the unicorn medal. We're going to grab all 3 medals at once. So we're going to make another trip to the inventory box, but first we're going to solve all the solutions for these medallions. And at the lion statue, as you know, it would be crown, torch, and bird. Now we're going to head back to the inventory box, drop some items in there, and then we're going to open up spaces to grab the medallions. And once we get out of this door, we're going to hear that Mr. X is in the area somewhere. So I'm waiting to see which area he's going to be in. I'm thinking he's at the right because I hear footsteps on my right. But as soon as I get upstairs, he winds up upstairs. And that took me by surprise. So I just decided to give him a little juke inside the valve room around the bench. And then we're going to head up to the 3rd floor. So juke Mr. X. Head out the door and go to the 3rd floor. Use the detonator and solve the puzzle. And get out. Mr. X is gonna be up your back, but he will give you time to detonate this gate and get the solution for this statue. A little note. Once you put the detonator here, you want to go through this door and come back inside so the shelf can stay up. And if you don't, the shelf will fall and you have to pick it up. In turn, wasting your time. And you don't want to do that. So, examine the note that you got from earlier in the notebook. And the solution will be ram, harp, and bird. And you should be able to know which ones are which, even though they're covered in blood. You should be able to see them and give you enough leeway to see them. I don't know if that area is kind of bugged because every time you go to pick up that medallion, you always hear the licker footsteps or scratching at something. I don't know if they intentionally left that in the game or that's just a bug. I think it's just a bug though. Now that we got all the medallions, we're going to put them underneath the statue. And we're going to be facing G1 for the first time in the game. G1 is very easy, especially if you have a high frame rate on your PC. You can just maul through him with a couple knife stabs and get it over with. A little bit of a note: if you leave this first aid spray here, each zombie will stay there guarding it, so it'll give you more room to navigate this whole area. Now all we're gonna need for G1 is our handgun rounds, a couple knives, I always carry one health item because you never be sure. Man, that's all you need in a fight with G1. Also, you should be grabbing a badge and using it downstairs so you can grab the silencer. So we're gonna come down here, put the ID badge on this insignia here, and we won't need it for the rest of the game. It served its purpose, so we're gonna grab the silencer and we're gonna get out. Let's get introduced to G1, and we're also gonna be introduced to Sherry.
Hello? Hello?
I won't budge. Hello? Hey. It's okay. I won't hurt you, I promise. Do you need help? Here, you can take my hand.
You need help.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
You need help.
Why?
He's right behind you.
What? You gotta be kidding me.
Now for starters, we're gonna go automatically up to G1 and we're gonna start knifing him. Once we stop knifing him, we're gonna start the shooting and gain distance. Each time you shoot him and he goes down on one knee, what you wanna do is you wanna knife him. That's what I do. I knife him a couple times, at least 5 times once he go down to his knee. And then I just repeat the process. You can also defeat him by just shooting him and make sure you do extra damage to his eye. But that only makes him more aggressive towards you. So it's really your choice if you want to do that or not. And also, just in case you know, you may get grabbed, but that's what the extra knife's for. Because if he grab you, you can automatically use your knife to get him off of you and break the animation. Now, when you have him down on his knee and you knife him, you want to go clockwise of him. You don't want to go to his right because he will automatically either hit you or grab you like he did to me there. So you want to back up a little bit and then go clockwise so he won't be able to swing or grab at you.
you sure?
Yeah, I promise. Everything's fine. I just need you to lower that ladder for me.
Will you help me find my mom?
Your mom is down here?
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah. Of course. I'll help you.
And that is how you defeat G1. It's pretty simple. Just gotta know which way is the counter, and you'll be good. So after that, just go around and collect everything you can. Health items, frags, more ammunition, gunpowder, and some more health items. And then we'll be heading into the parking garage. The next time we encountered G1, he would have evolved into a second form, and that's when we started using the grenade launcher on him. The grenade launcher deals heavy damage on him in all forms outside of G4 and G5. So whether it's the flame round or the acid round, they both deal heavy damage to the G.
It won't move. You got it!
So, what's your mom like?
Where's Umbrella? She's making an important new medicine.
Umbrella? That big pharmaceutical company?
My mom's always at work. I don't get to see her much.
Well, hopefully you'll get to see her again soon. So, where's your dad?
With my mom, but he's gone.
What you should be taking is the handgun and the grenade launcher. The handgun because you want to use it on the zombie that'll be blocking your path once you get to the morgue area. And the grenade launcher because you have to deal with a couple lickers coming up in the parking garage. You don't have to take the handgun rounds because you're not going to be using that many handgun bullets. You're going to be using at least 1 or 2 handgun rounds. So that should be more than enough if your gun is fully loaded. So that's all you should be taking in this area.
Wow. Both of my parents are
'Cause you
gone.
have to go
It's
grab the
just
key.
me and my brother.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. It means we've got something in common, and that's a good thing, right? Here. Come on.
Over there! It's closed.
Damn it. We need a key card. Hold on. Here, come help. And you're sure this is the way?
This is how my mom took me last time.
Sherry? I've been looking everywhere for you, Sherry. Brave little girl to leave your house in the middle of this mess. On the ground, hands behind your head.
You can't be serious.
On the ground, now. Sherry, tie her hands.
Why are you doing this?
Shut up. Tie her. Okay then. You tie her up now or she dies.
this all about?
Child endangerment for starters. Come here.
What are you gonna do to her?
None of your fucking business.
You hurt her, I swear to God, my brother is stars and I will
Sherry, get over here. What's your name? What's your fucking name?
Claire!
Sherry, you come with me now, or say goodbye to Claire.
Okay, I'll go. You better be taking me to my mom.
Absolutely.
Don't listen to him, he's full of shit.
Stop hurting her, please!
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Stop! Let me go! Let me go!
Obviously, nobody taught you manners. We'll fix that. Oh, yes, we will.
Let me go! Let me go!
I'll get you, you fucker! Stay safe, Sherry. Okay. Key card first. And then that asshole gets what's coming to him.
So we're going to go to our left here, and we're going to grab the box that's on the table along with the note on the table. What's in this box is a key which allows us to open one of the cars inside the parking garage, and in that car would be an attachment, another handgun that we can use throughout the game, but we will not use it at all. Just another semi-auto pistol. We'll grab that once we're back down here with the tyrant, once he started to chase us, after we grab the key card. I don't know any tips or tricks to avoid killing these lickers without having to shoot them with a grenade launcher. That's the best way I know how to do no damage per se, is shooting the lickers with a grenade launcher. You can flashbang them, but it's a 50% then you get it out, because I've had it where I will flashbang them after I come back from grabbing the diamond key, and I can go past both of them. And I also had it to where I can flashbang on both, and then one of them can jump on me and hit me. So the best bet to me, in my opinion, is to get rid of the lickers by shooting with the grenade launcher. All three of them. This is where you want to bring your pistol at, as the zombie right here that next to the door we just opened will wake up once we grab the diamond key. And you can use your pistol as opposed to using grenade launcher like I did, and you can just kneecap the zombie and walk past him, as opposed to you having to shoot him and waste a grenade launcher round. That could help you later on in the game. What I like to do with this zombie is I like to pull him all the way out, but I like to slowly bring him out once I get his whole body out, so I can just grab the key and keep moving, as opposed to me just bringing him all the way where his body would jerk. And that will let you know you can grab the key, but after you grab the key, he'll jump off of the gurney, and then he'll cause more problems. So just be patient. It'll take some time, but you better grab it. You have to wait till his whole hand is outside of the area, and then you better grab the key. Man, I hate that I wasted that grenade launcher round. Take the advice and remember to grab your pistol next time you come through here. Now, in my opinion, that is the best way to clear that area. The benefits are you are able to take no
Must be where
damage.
that guy came from.
You can keep an extra grenade launcher around instead of wasting it like I did.
Bastard is the
So
police
there's more
chief.
positives than negatives. In this room also there will be an attachment for your grenade launcher in the locker there. I didn't grab it. I meant to grab it, but I still got through the game without using it. That don't mean don't grab it. That just means you can complete the game without grabbing an attachment. But I highly recommend grabbing an attachment though. This is where I like to make my first opportunity to save the game after I grab the heart key. It's totally doable without saving until later in the game based on the routing, but sometimes because of timing and other things I have to save it. So our main goals for the second run through the RPD station is to grab the panel parts so we can put them on that panel downstairs so we can grab the key card. And also we need to go grab the wrench so we can remove the jack from underneath the shelf that we moved earlier in the library section. We're going to be doing all this with Mr. X on our backs as usual. But you take the routes that I'm taking, you should be perfectly fine. This also gives you the opportunity to go and get the hip pouches using the portable safes. I only recommend doing that on standard difficulty, not hardcore, because if you do it on hardcore, you will mess up your timing if you're going for the S plus rank. But if you're not, be more than welcome to explore the rest of the RPD station and gather more high-grade gunpowders, whatever, more attachments for your weapons. Feel free to do all that. You're going to use the heart key on this interrogation room door. This is where the location of the first portable safe will be located. And to unlock the portable safes, you have to match up the lights in a certain sequence of a circle. Once you form a circle completely with the lights, you unlock the portable safe dial and you put them in the locker code area. But you have to be careful down there, because once you grab the portable safe, a liquor will bust out of the interrogation room mirror and you have to get out of there. But easy way to avoid the liquor is to jump through the same way that he jumped through the window at and hop over. Once you hop back over, he won't be aggroed. The only thing you're going to be needing at this point as far as weapons is your quick draw army handgun. You don't need a grenade launcher at this point because you're not going to need it at all. You're just going to be shooting zombies in the kneecap and just going on about your business. So get rid of your grenade launcher and your grenade launcher rounds to free up 2 more inventory slots because you're going to need them later. Once you get down here, you want to move as quick as possible because there will be a zombie ahead of you and a zombie behind you. Once you flip on the switch, you're going to wait and kneecap this zombie straight and then go straight up the steps. Don't worry about the zombie in the back. He'll never grab you. And then we're going to flip the switch and we're going to wait for Mr. X. And it's a cool way I found out of how to bait Mr. X into swinging and getting around him. You wait for him to do this. You hold the aim button. You got to be close enough to where he's going to swing, and then you counterclockwise and move around him. Now I want you to notice where Marvin is standing and watch where he be at once we come back through this way after I grab the tool. Now you want to be careful here because there'll be lickers in this area now instead of zombies. So you want to make sure you walk to not aggro the lickers. And then use the heart key for the last time and grab the tool and the grenade. And then head to the library. I never see Mr. X interact with the lickers in this game at all. He interacts with everything else besides those. I wonder why. Like I never seen him move them out the way or nothing like that. When it's zombies, he'll move them out the way. I'm just curious about that. And there goes Marvin. I was a little caught off guard when he came in. I'm like, he never comes in here like that. Ever.
That worked.
Now that we got both parts, we're going to use those parts to solve the panel downstairs to grab the parking garage key card. But we're going to have to put a hold on that because Mr. X is going to be blocking the path that we need to go. So we're going to do the aim trick on him where we aggro him again and go counterclockwise. And then we're going to try to kneecap this zombie straight ahead of us. But it doesn't work, so I had to use a frag. Good thing I had it in. It's bullshit that I had to use it, but what else is new? Things are different once you record. And we don't have to see this area no more. This will be the last time we come to the RPD station. Next section is the sewers, and then we're gonna head on to the lab after that. So if you want to gather more stuff while you're here, be my guest. But if you're going to the S plus rank, follow the same path as me. Now this is where I start to take the submachine gun as an ammo dump, because I'm going to be using it quite a bit until we reach the sewers area. I'm going to be using it all the way up until we meet G2 once again, and even then I'll be using it. So I'm going to be using the submachine gun quite a bit. I highly recommend people using this as an ammo drop, as opposed to just bringing a grenade launcher in your handgun. That is a waste of ammo to me. Use the resources that you have. The submachine gun works wonders for Claire. Just try to follow a solution close to a T. It will be a little difficult, as it was for me, but hopefully you get it quicker than I did, and hopefully this helps you out. And the solution should be coming up at any moment. Yep, there it is.
Hello?
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
Where's that?
In the neighborhood. You'll find it.
Sherry all right?
For now.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her.
Stupid kid. If you just hadn't dropped that fucking thing, I could let you go.
Don't worry, Sherry. It'll be all over soon.
There has to be a way out of here.
Now with Sherry, what you want to do is you want to turn around and grab this stuffed doll and examine the doll. Once you examine the doll, the block will be in the behind the back of the doll, and you will have to put it in with this block puzzle here. Doing the block puzzle, only thing you have to switch is the first block and move the first block to the third slot, and that will be the quickest solution to complete this puzzle. All you have to do is align the rest of the shapes, and you will be finished, and you should get the achievement for completing this block puzzle in 60 seconds with Sherry.
What is this?
I can actually say I like the remake's version of playing with Sherry better than I like the original version, because the original version was like very pointless. Like everything would have went the same without playing with Sherry, as far as you having to go grab an item for
That
Claire,
must be the door out of here.
and you can grab some grenade launcher rounds. And as opposed to this version where you can just escape or try to escape the orphanage and play with her longer and spot out extra things for Claire later, I would say this version and the remake is a little better.
Where you going, Sherry? I told you to stay put. You need to learn to listen.
Leave me alone. Just please.
Time to teach some manners. You little bitch! You're gonna pay for this! You little shit! You hear? You are gonna be so fucking sorry!
Go away! Help!
We're gonna go back upstairs and we're gonna hide in the area where we jumped through the window at,
Stupid
and we're gonna
bitch,
hide
that's a
behind
dead end.
these dressers in this room until Chief Irons moves the baby carriage to the back, which allows us to move around. So when I first did this, I stood behind these dressers the entire time, not knowing that you can move around at certain points.
It's all over now!
For this particular one, I decided to hide underneath the table. And you must know the prompts of what Chief Iron says before you can move, because if you move around this time, you will be spotted,
I know you're
and you
in
have
here.
to start the whole encounter
The
over.
longer it takes me to find you, the worse it's gonna be.
Oh God. Oh God.
Bitches gotta be.
Now this is where you will be able to get the prompt to move. Once he says "God damn it," then you have the prompt to move and move underneath the table. Once you move underneath the table, you can stay here for the duration until we get to the door to wash his face.
No more. No more. Please.
This is your last fucking chance. Show yourself. Now! It burns!
Now it's our turn to take the keys and try to escape. So once you take the keys, do a quick turn.
Fuck is my key? Nice.
And once you get out here, go straight to the room that you saw Chief Irons in the first place. Don't try to go for the main door because it is locked. The key will not work. And once you follow this path, you are completely done with your...
I'm coming for you, Sherry! Now you're in trouble.
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
What are you talking about?
Don't waste my fucking time! Bring me the pendant, or Sherry dies.
The pendant? What do you need it for?
Do you want the girl to die?
Fine. Where are you?
The orphanage.
The orphanage. Where is that?
In the neighborhood. You'll find it.
Is Sherry all right?
For now.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her... Are you serious? Damn it! Just you wait, asshole!
Now this is the point of the game where I decide to use my submachine gun because we're going to be dealing with the damn dogs. And if you know from my previous playthroughs, I hate going against the dogs in any Resident Evil game just because of the simple fact that they're fucking annoying. But the submachine gun will give them the medicine that they need. We're going to go put the key card in, and once we put the key card in, that will spawn Mr. X. And with that, we just have to wait for the gate to open up. So we're just going to loop him around, and the gun that I left in the trunk earlier, this is the time I like to grab it, because it makes no sense to grab it once you open the trunk because you have no inventory box to put it in. I try to make Mr. X hit me at that point. Like I'll aim and try to aggro his hit so I can get more time against these zombies up here. Because I've actually been grabbed by this zombie who pulls the gate door down before. But what you want to do is to shoot this guy in the knee and then go past him. But you have to be careful because you can get grabbed by the one who's on the ground. That's the quickest way I know how to complete it. I gotta address the elephant in the room with the screen tearing. Specifically on that part. Apologize for that one. But anyway, just make sure you shoot that zombie that's in the back. You will be good. We're gonna use this submachine gun as the ammo dump, like I say. We're gonna shoot everything in sight. This dog never falls off the top of the car, but he wouldn't die. And I shot him at least 6 to 8 times. And look at that. That was bullshit. I would not count that as damage taken. That was strictly bullshit. That's one thing about the dogs that really annoys me. They can die sometimes, and other times they can't die. It's just fucking annoying to me. At that point, I was really pissed off because the run was doing very good. And I'm not the type of guy to play Resident Evil games looking for no damage or none of that stuff. I applaud people who do it. I just don't have the patience for it. And that dog not dying just pissed me off just a little bit because when I ran through the game before recording, he died on top of the car and I didn't have to worry about him. And that will be the last and final dog you take out. And that's how you get through this area without avoiding damage in case the game want to throw some loopholes in your way and make the dog not die. That's the best way to kill him and get through there without taking any damage.
Hang on, Sherry.
We're gonna go meet up with Sherry, and we're gonna also encounter Mr. X again, but this will be the last time we encounter Mr. X for the rest of Claire's run. Because Mr. X stuck his nose where it didn't belong for the final time in the game. So
Sherry!
G2 is gonna take care of that.
Claire!
Sherry! I'll be right there! Go, go, go! Don't stop! Keep going. Sherry, come on.
What'd you say? Claire, you all right? Can you hear me? Claire? Claire, you have to get up. He's going to get us. Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up. Wake up. Open your eyes. Hold still. Not infected.
Sherry? Where's Sherry?
Sherry. Sherry's fine.
Do you know Sherry?
It's an impressive display of strength.
What happened to her?
We have to assess the situation.
Who are you? I'm Claire.
Didn't foresee this.
Excuse me. Where is she? Hello?
What?
Where's
Oh,
she?
Annette. Tell me, what happened to William?
I don't know. Who's that?
The creature responsible for this.
Can you help me find Sherry?
Seems to be evolving much faster than expected.
Where are you going?
Look, I don't have time to play 20 questions. Everything's under control.
I need to find Sherry.
My daughter is not your concern.
Sherry's her daughter?
Now we have to find Sherry again. We're gonna have to find her in the sewer area. But first, I'm gonna collect everything up here and then I'm gonna save the game. We are going to continue to use the submachine gun for a long period of time until we face G2. Even when we face G2, we're still going to be using the submachine gun because of the factors that led to me not having enough ammunition in my grenade launcher.
Sherry? Can you hear me? Now I'm gonna smell like shit. Literally.
Now in the sewer area, we're going to encounter the G adults, which are the things that burst out of. So when we encountered Chief Irons earlier, when Birkin infected him with the thing that went down his mouth, those are the G adults. But the G adults are the ones that's grown up. They're quite easy to get past. All you gotta do is shoot them and walk past them, or bait their attacks and then run past them. So we're gonna be doing a lot of that. We're gonna take care of these 3 guys up here, just kneecap them, and we're gonna open that locker back there, and we're gonna grab these flame rounds behind the chair here after we take this guy out. That's why I have this submachine gun. When you have that, you have enough time to get everything in this room because you don't have to come back up here later. The combination would be SZF, and in here will be some more submachine gun rounds. So the game said, shit, you won't be using the submachine gun rounds at this point, so why not give you more?
What is this?
Sherry, I told you I cannot leave here until my work is done.
That's what you always say.
Sherry?
Why didn't you stay in the house? It was safe there.
Hey, Sherry!
I was scared. Those things were everywhere, and
You should have called the police. That's what we taught you.
I did, but nobody came, and you didn't answer your phone, so...
Sherry, I don't have time for this.
Oh no. Sherry! Sherry, I'm coming! Hold on, Sherry. I'll be right there.
So something is wrong with Sherry. We're gonna have to go through all these loops and bounds so we can meet back up with Sherry, so we can see what's wrong with her. We're gonna be coming to and from this area quite a bit. So the only thing you want to grab here is the tool up here and leave everything else. We're going to solve the safe over there to get the reinforced frame, which is the attachment for the SLS gun that we're going to use on G2 later. Everything is going to be the same. Going through this area when we encounter zombies, we're just going to be kneecapping them and then running past them. So the combination for this one is 2, 12, 18. So 2 to the right, 12 to the left, and 8 to the right should open the safe. And since I got 2 inventory slots left, I might as well just go ahead and grab the blue herb behind me and the red herb. So I'm just going to do that now. And combine the two to get this blue herb back here. Just aim and move gingerly towards it and then grab it. If you move all the way towards it, that zombie will wake up, and I don't want to deal with that. It's up to you what you decide to do when you decide to grab these herbs or the rest of the items in this area. Since I had 2 free slots, I decided to just grab everything. Just kneecap these guys and grab this herb right here to combine it with the 2 we just picked up. Pull the switch, and while the gate is rising, we're gonna grab this hand grenade back here that's hidden back here, because you can never have too many grenades. And we're gonna encounter the G adult for the first time. You don't really have to do nothing to him. We're not even gonna be coming back this way anymore. So once he drops down, we're gonna use the turning tool.
What the fuck?
So we're gonna deal with a couple zombies up here. We're gonna grab these handgun rounds. There's also a roll film on that table back there, but we're not gonna grab that. We're just gonna grab the chest plug, and we're gonna kneecap this zombie. Try to kneecap this guy, but he's gonna grab us. And then we'll have to be forced to use a defense item, which sucks, but that's Resident Evil for you. And we will not have to come back through this area. You can if you want to when you grab the key, but I don't suggest it on hardcore difficulty because you're on a time limit. Just remember that. We're gonna counter another G adult here. All you gotta do is stand behind this corner. Once he swings, just run past him. And a bit of advice, do not go down this hall on your left here. If you do that, you will end up trapped and have to face the G adult and waste ammo. You don't want to do that. So we're going to use one of our final two uses for the turning tool, which is this door and the next door behind it. And then we're going to discard the item, leaving us another inventory space. And we're going to go and drop most of this stuff off in the inventory box. And we're going to come back this way, and we're going to face more G adults. We're going to take care of another zombie, the guy on our left. If we don't, the third time we come through this area, he will wake up and he will try to attack us. Just kneecap him like the rest, and that will turn him into a non-factor. Of course, he's going to be in your way. All you got to do is shoot him like the rest of them. Now that we get everything in this area, we don't have to worry about grabbing no more things. We're just going to go and face the G adults. Now what you need when facing the G adults, make sure you carry your submachine gun and at least about 3 grenades, because the G adults like to grab you, and when they grab you, they poison you. And you're going to use your recovery item to get rid of them and buy you time to get past them. The grenades help you dramatically once they grab you, because it stuns them for a couple seconds, allowing you to run past them. So we're gonna grab this green herb here as this xenomorph bursts out the chest of this zombie here. We're gonna take this guy's knees out so he won't be a factor later. And we're gonna deal with the rest of these G adults. So you wanna shoot this guy as he rises up, you wanna run past him. And then the second G adult, you wanna bait his attack, but he wasn't going for it. And then resulting, I got grabbed by the other G adult, which I had to use my defense item on, which sucks. You don't have to worry about this third G adult. You just have to worry about the zombie ahead. All you gotta do is kneecap him, and then that he'll be gone for the rest of the run. Now over here, while we grab the electronic pieces, we're gonna have to worry about 2 zombies. We're gonna do them like we do the rest. Just take out their limbs and let them crawl around. So we're gonna grab the queen plug first. And then we gotta go upstairs to grab the king plug. But this zombie right here, take his limbs out, because he will be a factor later on once we grab the king plug. And make sure you come here with inventory spots open, because you're gonna have to grab the spark shot as well.
What the fuck?
And this is why I love the submachine gun. It is highly underrated in this game. I barely see people, when they playing it, use the submachine gun at all. This can help you so much on a hardcore difficulty run. So you don't have to waste your handgun coming through here, or you don't have to carry more guns than needed. So make sure you always carry the submachine gun throughout the sewer area. So we're just gonna wait for this guy to go back in the water. Once he did do this animation where he wiggles and fall back in the water, that's when you want to take your opportunity to run. In this area, all depends on spawning, I would say, because I've had 2 G adults spawn in this specific area here that I'm running through now, and one of them grabbed me, which is annoying. You do not want that spawn, but I think that's like 1%. That's like a 1% chance. The majority of the time, they'll spawn in the areas they spawn through now. And once you do that, you're past all the G adults. You don't have to worry about the G adults no more. You can go on about your business, do the chess puzzles, and get ready to face G2. Now when facing G2, only thing we're really gonna need is the grenade launcher. I'm gonna use the submachine gun because I don't have enough flame rounds in my grenade launcher to begin with. And we're gonna need the SLS, but we're gonna need the Magnum version. That's why we got the high powered rounds and the reinforcement frame. And we're also gonna be carrying the flash grenades. That should be all the items you should need when going against G2. Okay, when solving this puzzle, you want to read this note on the board here. And this note says that the rook's next to the knight but not facing the queen. The king ain't next to the queen but facing the knight right at the end. And the knight isn't where the case marking says it is. So you want to put the knight on the opposite side of the marking and put the rook next to the knight. And on the opposite wall, you want to put the queen to the left, the bishop in the middle, and you're going to put the king on the right. And you're going to leave the pawn just where it's at because the note doesn't say nothing about the pawn. So that gives you a clue of where the pawn should be. The note also tells you that the rook is not facing the queen, that making the rook be the middle piece on the opposite wall next to the knight. And since we know that the rook is not facing the queen would be on the left on the opposite wall from the rook. The bishop would be in the middle, and that would make the king be on the same end as the queen, but farthest away from it. And that's how you unlock the door. Now what you want to take is your grenade launcher. Only use your flame rounds. Flame rounds do massive amounts of damage to G2. So I'm going to take the flame grenades and I'm going to take the SLS.
magnum portion and put all of the attachments with it. And I'm going to take my submachine gun and some flash grenades and 2 health items because you never know. The solution to this puzzle is 2, 3, and 4. The last 3 switches. Once G1 crashes through, you want to run underneath these fans here, and he'll be glitched in a way where he'll just reach down in front of you. You can shoot him with a grenade launcher, but since mine's phased through him somehow, I stopped using it because I only have limited amount of ammo, and I'll just use it once we get to the second portion of the fight. He'll do this reaching down attack probably like 5 or 6 times if you don't hit him with your grenade launcher. If you hit him with your grenade launcher, he'll do it probably twice or 3 times. Once he breaks down this door here, you want to shoot him with the flame round 1 time just to take his HP down just a little bit and slow him down while he's chasing you and give you enough time to make the loop around and drop down. Just rinse and repeat this action, and Claire will let you know when to let the train activate and bring the container around so it can hit G2. When you hear Clara say that, that means you are able to use the crane, and one swing of the crane to knock G2 down and end the fight. This was a major mess up on my part. I should have let him get a little closer when I was on this side of the wall here and then got him down and activate the switch for the crane instead of him being that close to me. So don't make sure he's not that close to you when you activate the crane. I don't know how that hit me. The hitbox was just ridiculous at that point. But this is the proper spacing that you want. Then you should activate the crane, and then you will be done with the G2 fight. And I always have your flashbang equipped just in case.
so sorry, Sherry. This is taking forever. Sherry? Claire? Sherry, are you all right?
What are you doing?
I'm here to help.
Sherry's been implanted. She can't be saved.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're her mother. Get in here!
You don't understand. William is still out there, and if I don't stop him...
This conversation is over!
Wait! Wait! I can treat her. In my lab. It's not far away.
Mommy?
There's not enough time. Millions of lives are at stake. Sherry, Mommy loves you, sweetie. Goodbye.
Are you fucking kidding me? Sherry, don't worry. I will get you whatever you need, okay?
Oh, why are you doing this?
Because I care.
Thank you, Claire.
Annette said her lab's not far. Wait, that cable car.
Now that we're back with Sherry, we found out that she's implanted with the virus. Now we gotta head to the lab in order to find an antiviral agent so we can save Sherry's life.
Hold on, Sherry. You're gonna be fine. Almost there, Sherry. We're almost there. Oh, good. Cable car. Here. Okay. There you go. Just hold on, Sherry, okay? You're gonna be just fine. Okay. Better check everything. There's no turning back.
This tram is bound for Nest. Do not exit until the final destination.
Hey. Are you okay?
Your jacket's so warm.
My brother gave it to me. You know it's supposed to be lucky.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Are you kidding me? You were doing just fine without me, so I came along and got you all sorts of trouble. I have something of yours.
I don't want it.
Really? Why not? It's so pretty.
It's from my mom. For my birthday last year. All I really wanted was for her to be home more.
I know it seems like your mom doesn't care, but... Hey, Sherry, come here. Hey, hang in there, okay?
Now, arriving at Nest.
It's okay. Come on. I'm getting you treatment. Just hold on, Sherry. It's okay.
For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open. For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open. For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open. To Nest. Enjoy your visit.
Okay. Here you go. All right. Now what? There's got to be something here. Antiviral agent. That's it. That's got to be it. Hey. Hey, Sherry. I gotta go. You stay right here, though, okay? I'll be back soon. I promise.
So we have to grab the antiviral agent for Sherry. There's a bunch of things we have to do before grabbing it, because it's on the other side of the lab, in a different sector of the lab. So the only thing you're going to be needing for the first portion of the lab section is your submachine gun, nothing else, and an ID wristband so you can go to and from within the lab area. You don't need to worry about the IV zombies, because the only thing we're going to do to those IV zombies is use our defense items. We're rarely going to take them down with any of our ammo that we have. When you go on this run, you want to go to the right, grab the grenade, and then you want to go to the left and grab the spark shot charges, because you're going to need those later for when you face G4. And that would be everything in this room. You can come back to this area and cut the power back on with the modulator, but I don't recommend coming in there because the only thing you will find is handgun rounds, and you don't need that at this point in the game, really. I'm gonna grab this gunpowder here and a knife. You gotta be careful here. There'll be a zombie outside of here. He likes to bait you. He don't want to come in directly, so you have to force him to come in. And once he come in, just shoot him in the head to stun him and then run past him. I should have done that right there. But second time's a charm. Soon we go out this door and go to the right. We're going to grab the attachment for the spark shot, the more flame rounds, and we're going to grab the upgrade for our ID wristband. You can also come back here with the modulator, like I said, and cut the power back on. To open those shutters there will be a file you can read, and there will also be a help pouch to increase your inventory slots.
Dr. Lee, your presence is urgently East area.
We're going to grab the signal modulator to our right, and that is essentially how you cut on all the power. You could go back and cut the power on back there, but you'd be wasting time. On hardcore difficulty, you are limited in the amount of things you are able to do. So you shouldn't be backtracking as much. Now you want to always make sure you bring a defense item in this whole section of the east area. So this is where you're going to deal with the IV zombies. If you do not have a defense item on you, they will grab you and instantly kill you. If you have a defense item on you, it can save you against the IV zombies a tremendous deal. So always have a defense item when going against the IV zombies. We're gonna head to this code here. The first code would be 5831. Now we're gonna grab the dispersal cartridge. We're going to use this dispersal cartridge so we can defeat Plant 43 that's outside.
Dispensing solution now.
And the second code would be 2048. To solve the dispersal cartridge puzzle, the solution would be blue, red, green 3 times. So it'd be blue, red, green, and blue, red, green. By doing it that way, you should get an achievement for completing the puzzle and a number of moves. We're going to incapacitate this IV zombie that's blocking our way for the time being. Okay, when we get over here, there'll be 3 zombies we have to take care of. You normally take care of these guys with the flamethrower. Well, not the flamethrower, but the grenade launcher. The flame rounds of the grenade launcher. And since I don't have as many as I want, I'm just going to use my submachine gun to take out their legs and keep them crawling so I won't have to worry about them for the rest of the time that I'm down here. There will also be liquors down here, but liquors you don't have to worry about. All you gotta do is walk past them and then you should be perfectly fine. Now when it comes to using a modulator, you have to set the channel that it's on in a specific area that you're using it at and match the frequencies together. Now for example, this channel is Earth URF. So you make sure URF is highlighted and you will match up the frequencies and put it in a designated area. Thus allow you to turn on the energy in one area. Well, at this point, you're essentially done. We just have to put the dispersal cartridge in the freezer unit and change the solution so we can get rid of plant 43. Now, once you do everything around here, all you want to take out is your 2 defense items and your submachine gun. You won't need the grenade launcher. You won't need the flame rounds at all. Just make sure you have more defense items and you'll be alright. Somehow, me shooting this handgun aggroed the liquor that drops down from the vent to try to cut you off, and he automatically tried to swing at me, but he missed. I don't understand how it aggroed him if he didn't even spawn yet. Please explain that to me.
Welcome back, Dr. Lee. You have 5 new messages.
Damn. Should have packed my part.
Cooling sequence in progress. Cooling complete.
I made sure I took extra precaution when going through this room because I thought that the liquors were still aggro on me, but it turns out they wasn't. I just had to bait these zombies around so I can move around them. And the thing I didn't understand was the 2 zombies with the lowest HP in this area stayed alive even after I got rid of their knees and their legs, as opposed to the one who has the most HP out of all 3 zombies. He's the one who died. That was just weird to me. But since the path is clear, we're going to put the dispersal cartridge inside the machine so we can destroy plant 43 and incapacitate the Ivy zombies long enough for me to grab the ID card so I can upgrade my ID wristband.
Dispensing solution now.
So much for the weed infestation.
Now, along with our 2 knives as defense, we're also going to be grabbing that flashbang back there just in case things get a little dicey. So you can have more than merrier and more than enough of defense items to help you along the way. But I got through here pretty flawless. Once I get past those first 2, you in the home stretch. And this guy automatically grabbed me just because he's in front of me. And once you go through this door here, you want to go directly to the left because it'll be an Ivy zombie right there on the right waiting for you if you go straight. Neither one of these Ivy zombies grabbed me, which is a good thing. 1, because I was able to keep a defense item with 2 defense items. And I got out of there unscathed. Now that we got the upgrade for the ID wristband, we can head over to the west area, and that is where we'll make our 3rd and final save just before we about to fight G3. Now, things you must know when facing G3: the grenade launcher does the most damage to him. You can also loop the Magnum in there if you want to, but I don't really use it against him. I use it, but I use the grenade launcher more. You can get up until about 25 acid rounds, and the way you combine the acid rounds are using a high grade gunpowder with the regular gunpowder, or the larger gunpowder, the ones that marked with the red. The ones that are marked with the red, they give you, I think, a total of 6 acid rounds if you mix them with the high grade gunpowder, and the blue gunpowders give you a total of 2 acid rounds once you mix them with the high grade gunpowder. As you can see, I already have 6 acid rounds. I'm going to be bringing in about 25, I want to say, or 24, or maybe even 23 rounds in this fight. That is all you really need against G3. You want to take him out just like that. And the Magnum is pretty good too, so you can do double the damage with the Magnum and the grenade launcher. So I highly suggest using those 2 weapons. And you don't really need no defense items if you know his pathing, so you should be cool.
Damn it. Look at that. All right. Hell yeah. Got it. Oh, thank God. The antiviral agent. Gotta get back to Sherry.
Okay, now that we got the antiviral agent, let's go make our final save. And let's go upgrade some of these gunpowders and turn them into exit rounds. That means G3 is about to get wrecked. Damn, I brought damn near 30 rounds in here, man. That's more than enough to take care of G3. 30 acid rounds by itself is enough to take care of him. Jesus. And the crazy thing is, I didn't even take the Magnum, which is ridiculous.
What the hell is this thing?
That was my husband.
She is my creation! Oh!
William! I should have killed him while I had the chance. I don't know why, I just couldn't do it.
He was your husband.
Honestly, we were more married to our work than each other.
What about Sherry? How could you just leave her all alone while Raccoon City burned to hell?
I couldn't let my daughter grow up in a world with the G virus in it.
But that's no excuse. I got this. Sorry, William. No. I got this. You should take care of Sherry. You don't know what you're up against. I have a pretty damn good idea. Whatever you do, don't stop until it's finished. Trust me. This ends now.
Man, the acid rounds do ridiculous damage to G3. I mean, like, it's not even fair the amount of damage that the acid rounds do. Once you know his pattern, G3 is not really hard. I take damage in this fight. I blame myself because I was a little too anxious to get this shit over with. Because the things that was working against me at this time in real life. That's why I was so anxious. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm really mad about myself because I could have got through this fight without taking damage. It is what it is, man. You can't be perfect all the time, you know. And I don't strive for perfection. I just strive to get the goal done and achieve everything up to the standard. So G3 has 3 phases. This is his first phase. Each phase he becomes more aggressive and he starts to do different attacks. But each attack is avoidable. When he does that, that lets you know he's going to his next phase. So we're in phase 2 of the fight right now. He's showcasing his jumping attack. Like that damage there, I put that on myself because all I had to do was move back as opposed to just moving back and then to the left. So I know which way he's going to jump. And this fight is doable without the Magnum, like I say. All you need is the grenade launcher and you'll be good. Like I just got the grenade launcher and the handgun. The reason I brought the handgun because there's more handgun rounds in this area when you're facing G3 than there is Magnum rounds. There will only be 2 Magnum rounds around this whole area. That's difficult to say. Or that's just weird to say. But there'll be more handgun rounds in this area than there is Magnum rounds. That's the reason I bought the handgun as opposed to the Magnum. But I should have brought the Magnum because you won't use neither gun from this moment on after this fight anyway. When he just stares at you like this, that means he's about to get ready to charge at you and come over with his right hand. That gives you the chance to shoot him if you have the Magnum or the handgun in his eye. And he just now went to the final phase of the fight. So all you gotta do is just unload with the grenade launcher and you will take out G3. You can defeat him in under like 5 minutes. That could have ended real bad for me because I had the wrong rounds out. I had the flame rounds out instead of the acid rounds. So I'm glad he didn't swing or nothing. Even though there was another health item around, but I would have been toast if I did not. If he would have spawned, I really would have. So thanks to G3 for that. One more grenade launcher round, acid rounds in particular should do it. And there is G3 defeated. Now once G3 is defeated, all I'm going to grab is an extra hand grenade, and I'm going to grab some more spark shot charges because we're going to be needing them again for G4. Yes, he is not dead. He has 2 more forms he has to turn into before we can completely get rid of him.
Gotta get back to Sherry.
I knew you'd make it. My mom needs help.
Annette? Sherry? How are you?
Okay. But you don't look so good. Mommy?
Hey, look at the screen. Oh, thank God.
So Sherry's gonna be all right?
She'll be weak for a little while, but yes. She's free of the G virus.
Did you hear that?
For everything. Your life is what is important.
We can't just leave her here.
You're right, we can't.
Attention, unauthorized removal of a level 4 virus detected.
What does that mean?
It's a self-destruct code. In case the G virus leaves the building. Save my daughter.
No!
Sherry? Sherry, just say goodbye to your mom. Mom, please say goodbye. Please, Sherry. Listen. She loved you, okay? You really gotta get going. Come on.
right about this jacket. I'm so lucky to have you.
We can talk more about that later. We gotta hurry now. Come on. Sherry, can you walk faster?
Yeah?
I don't want to rush you, but we have to go.
Now, since the self-destruct code is on, we're going to have to encounter some more Ivy zombies. And we're going to encounter
Let's get the hell out of
a
here.
zombie with shitty HP. So the only things we're going to take is our submachine gun, a grenade launcher, and some defense items to deal with everything down here.
Claire?
Yeah?
Thank you for being so nice to me. For helping me. I'm really glad I met you.
I'm really glad I met you too, Sherry. But save your thanks until I get you out of this place.
To the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the second elevator to evacuate. Immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the second elevator to evacuate.
This is where you want to carry your defense items. You're not going to use them if you run fast enough to where the Ivy zombies don't grab you. These are just in case they do grab you. But 99% of the time they won't grab you. But always keep a defense item on you at all times. Now we're going to be encountered with some more Ivy zombies here. We're just going to take them out with our submachine gun and our grenade launcher. That's how we're going to get rid of those guys.
Of course. The stupid thing's locked.
Hold on!
Sherry, what are you...
I think I can open it from the other side.
God damn it, your time sucks.
The zombie that's coming up here has pretty weak HP. All you gotta do is shoot him one time and he'll fall down. We're essentially done with the game, really. All we gotta do is take care of G4. Now the only thing we're gonna use to take care of G4 is the spark shot. That's why we haven't used it up to this point. We're gonna need the spark shot, and we're gonna need the spark shot charges. And we're going to also leave 2 inventory slots open so we can use the minigun also as a last resort. And you want to bring about 6 grenades. The grenades and the spark shots are the only thing we're going to be using to take out G4. And you always bring a health item because you never know.
Worth a try.
8 minutes
What are you
until
doing?
detonation.
Gotta get this train moving. I need you to stay right here, okay?
Okay. I promise I won't move.
Good.
Be careful.
Always. Okay. Alright. Did something. Okay. Alright, it's working.
Claire!
What? Leon? You're down here too?
Yeah, but the whole place is coming down. Look, you need to get out. Fast!
I know. I found a way out. I think we can all make it. Where are you now?
Claire, are you still there?
Leon? I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Don't worry about me. Just get out of here.
Leon! Leon! Damn!
Now the camera has panned over here for a reason. You're going to want to grab the minigun. Do not leave without grabbing the minigun. Dude, you're fucked. Now with G4, you wanna stay as far away from him as possible. You can be at medium length to far back length. When he does that, that means he's about to charge his attack. When he charges, you want to move to the left. Do not move to the right, because he can't be fast enough to go to your left. If you stay on your left, he can't reach you. And I got too close to him at that point, which is all on me. It's my fault. Shouldn't have done that. I know better than that. But as long as you stay to the left when he's charging and keep your distance away from him and use your spark shot and your grenades, you'll gloss through him. He's not even that hard at that point. You just gotta keep your distance away from him and to know when he's about to charge. You know those things, you will do just fine in this fight. Trust me. And in my defense, my gun kind of screwed me. That's how I wound up getting hit, because it didn't shock him. It just stopped shooting at that moment, and then he hit me. So that's just in my defense. And as you see, you do not want to move to his right. If you move right, you're going to get hit 90% of the time. Always move left when you do that charging. Always. And if you end up getting that, you will get an achievement by knocking him off the wall as he's climbing with either the spark shot or a grenade. You will get an achievement for doing that. And when you see him scream like that, that means he's dead. So you can just run around and just let the timer go down a little bit, and then it'll go to a cutscene. But nah, I'm gonna use the minigun on him just to get rid of his eyes, because I don't have that much time to spare. And that is it for G3.
I'm here. We're getting out of here. So what's the first thing you want to do when we get out of here?
I want to see where you live.
Good. 'Cause I take a shower.
Yeah.
Really? Not bad. Ooh,
Claire!
Leon! It's so good to see you.
I told you we'd make it, didn't I?
You did.
Who's this?
This is Sherry.
Okay. Jesus.
What was that?
I don't know.
You stay here with Sherry. I'm gonna go check it out.
And just when you think you're done with him, he comes back in another form, in the form of G5. There's really nothing to explain here. As long as you had a minigun with at least about 350 rounds in it, you will run through this battle here. All you want to do is just wait for him to get close enough to where he shows his eye and then open fire with the minigun at the eye, and you should kill him. There is no should, you will kill him. And you will have completed Resident Evil Claire's Second on hardcore difficulty, getting the S+ rank, and all that sweet stuff. So I'll just let this play out.
How the hell are you still kicking?
Chris likes to say.
I'm gonna lose that car!
You like that? Fine, fucker!
Give me your hand!
So, are you guys like boyfriend and girlfriend?
No. We're just... well, we actually just met last night.
Yeah. That would have been one hell of a first date, though.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Look! He might be able to give us a ride.
What if it's not just the city?
Get Sherry out of here.
Come on.
So, is it over?
I don't know. But if it's not, whatever it takes,
Yeah, you damn right we will.
as long as we stick together, we'll be fine. Come on.
Hey, you guys can adopt me.
Adopt you.
We can get a puppy
Puppy.
and a parrot.
Parrot. Great.
I always wanted pets, but my mom said they're too messy.
Next up on this boring Wednesday is a song to get your blood pumping.
I would like to thank you guys for watching. I hope you have fun watching it as much as I had fun making it. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below. I'm looking forward to Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Remake. Hopefully I will get some content out for that before they release the demo and the remake. That's all I got as far as Resident Evil 3 concerned. I want to dig up some more news on it and see what's new on it, and you know, all the other stuff. But this has been my player second run, hardcore difficulty S+ rank walkthrough, and you will see all my stats and stuff at the end of the credits. And I will let this bomb ass track play on the end credit scene, and I'm out, man. You guys have a good one.